moments ago, news comes out that the Washington Commanders, who apparently were knocking on so many doors in the NFL, and they weren't being answered yet for their choice for the next quarterback of the Washington Command, the first ever Washington Commander quarterback.
True.
Okay. Taylor Heineke had a heck of a run as a football teamer, but a commander he is not.
Almost beat Tom Brady in the playoffs.
So they now have maybe they should make an action figure, Carson the Commander. It's Carson Wentz back in the NFC East, sitting somewhere right now in Philadelphia is an Eagles fan, laughing his or her proverbial ass off because Carson Wentz was definitely over as an Eagles quarterback. I think we can all assume that. And then the Eagles get him for a 1 and a 3, turns out. A 1. They're going to be using a first-round draft choice. In just a few weeks' time, the Eagles will be on the clock in Las Vegas unless they trade the pick. And they will be using the selection of the Colts to try and better their team against the Washington Commanders, who they'll face twice a year now with Carson Wentz as their quarterback. And I'm wondering if this is an upgrade over Taylor Heineke. I know you could sit here and say Wentz is a better college pedigree and Wentz has a better, NFC East pedigree, one would say. But the Washington Commanders, could you call them desperate? It is just 2 threes. And you get yourself a quarterback, though, that has no guaranteed money after this year. It's kind of like a 1-year, $28 million deal with all the money that vests and the roster bonuses and everything. And that's off the Colts docket. So there's that.
Commanders go to the Colts this year, Rich. Revenge game.
Of course they do.
Revenge game. Got it. I guess there won't be many Wentz jerseys in Indianapolis, where, by the way, all you got to do is play for the Colts for literally half a year, and usually half the stadium's filled with your jersey. But yeah, this one.
If you're a Colts fan,
you're like, I'm eager to see what's next. You got to be concerned about what's next. Who the upgrade is going to be? Is Jimmy Garoppolo your upgrade? Is Jameis Winston your upgrade? Are they going to take some sort of shot? Because every single day we're coming to work right now, we got to have our heads on a swivel. Here comes a deal that you're not seeing coming. Although, as I said at the end of last hour, there's no question in my mind that Carson Wentz was out the door. I mean, every single one of us at the Combine were like, wow. You hear what Chris Ballard has to say? Wow, Frank Reich was live on the air sitting between Daniel Jeremiah and I and didn't say it for a single second. That, yeah, Carson's our guy. They didn't also say we have no intention of trading him, which Rick Spielman, the former GM of the Vikings, told me is one of their cliches. If you hear a GM say no intention or coach say we have no intention, then look out. There's intention. And he didn't say that. This one, if I'm a Washington Commander fan, I'm like, really? This is, really?
There's upside. It's not inspiring, but there is upside.
What's the upside? You give it to me.
The upside is he plays like an MVP, like he did, in 2017.
It's 5 years.
Okay.
It's a lifetime ago.
He's not that old.
Okay.
He's a young guy, big, strong, big arm, showed flashes. If you look at the numbers weren't as bad as people want to make him out to be. He did falter in the last couple weeks.
Against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How's that going to work against the Dallas Cowboys?
I get it. Jaguars also beat the Bills. So.
Who else did they beat?
Doesn't matter.
Their kicker. They beat their kicker.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Rich.
That's the coach. My bad. Sorry.
Also for the Colts, this will be the 7th straight year with a different opening day quarterback.
Wow.
By the way, I feel like this is kind of role reversal where I'm taking the
it's not going to work
negative
side.
approach. Yeah, I'm taking I'm skeptical side, and you're taking. Look, if you're the Washington Commanders and you're talking about we're taking a big swing at quarterback, and you come back with Carson Wentz. It's like, you know what? I'm going to go. Hey,
it's not inspiring.
Hey, you. Here's what you should do. You should tell Sarah later today.
Oh gosh.
If you guys need a new car.
Okay.
Hey, Sarah, we're going to take a big swing at a car.
All right.
We're going to take a big swing at a car, and she's thinking about every possible sports car, every single European car, every single car that's got, 2 zeros to the left of the comma. And you come back with a lease. We're leasing, and the car's only got 1 zero left of the comma.
Minivan.
Yeah. I guess, the sensible, big upside. Minivan's got a big upside potentially because there's lots of things that you could do.
Storage space.
You could put Maverick and Cage in it, dog, son.
Yep.
You're going on a trip. You could fill it up with all sorts of stuff.
Hauling capabilities.
Right. There's GPS. It's got GPS.
GPS.
It's got GPS.
Total drive.
Yeah, but it's not the big swing.
No.
How do you think Washington Commander fans are feeling right now?
I mean,
they're like, what happened to our team name? What happened to our quarterback? What is going on?
Should I put up a poll?
What's the poll?
Bigger disappointment? The team name of the quarterback?
There it is.
He only had 7 interceptions last year.
You know what?
27-7.
I don't think that's going to get the NFL Network retweet, but still put it up there.
You got it.
What's a bigger disappointment? Team name, quarterback. Yeah, honey, we're going to take a big swing. Big swing. Aaron Rodgers is in play. Russell Wilson's in play. It's kind of like, and their response could be, we tried. We tried.
It took swings at anyone.
Apparently they gave Seattle a better so-called offer than what Denver selected. They can't come out and say, hey, we tried, fans. Do you know what Denver said no to? You know what Seattle said no to? Russell Wilson said no to, and he's from down the road here in the Mid-Atlantic. He's from here. He could have come home, quote unquote, to play. But we're on the East Coast, and he and his wife wanted to be, and closer to the West or be on the West Coast,
But should they have rather been happy with like Trubisky? Would that have been better for Washington at this point?
They can't come out and say, we tried. It's kind of like that line from Midnight Run, which, I always go back to.
Great movie.
It's like Moscone, bail bonds. He's trying to find out what's going on the road. He's trying to find out what's going on the road, but everyone keeps telling him to go F himself.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps telling me that. They called Green Bay. They called Seattle. Yeah, sorry. And then there's Chris Ballard, who's got his quarterback essentially with a please take him sign. Rick Spielman came on an hour or two, and he gave us all of those general manager cliches. And Chris Ballard used none of them. He was like attached to a truth serum. Who wants this guy? So I'll tell you what. Buyer beware. But who wants him? I'm the seller, and buyer beware. How many sellers give you a buyer beware symbol or signal? Yeah, more I think about it, not enthused.
I could never tell.
More I think about it, not enthused.
PJ, Dallas fan, you happy?
Oh, of course you're psyched. Course. Come on. TJ Jefferson, I've hooked you up to a truth serum.
Okay.
It's not like you need it. You spit the truth all the time.
That's what I do.
Here we go.
Okay.
You're a Dallas Cowboy fan.
And I am?
Correct.
Yes.
Check that box. You check all the boxes. Washington Commanders. Okay? They have just gotten Aaron Rodgers. Your thoughts?
Woo, buddy. This is going to be a tough season.
Now, Washington Commanders. They've got Russell Wilson. Your thoughts?
I'm not liking this right now, guys. This is I'm not happy with these 2 games I got to play against.
Washington Commanders. Their starting quarterback is Carson Wentz.
Slightly better than Taylor Heineke, but I'm not as worried as I would be.
There you go.
Obviously.
That's it.
Jameis needs a team.
Where's he going to go?
Would that have been better for Washington?
I think Jameis has to stay. They better keep Jameis in New Orleans, I would think.
Where's he going to go?
He's a starting quarterback.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's some value in that Colts gig, man.
Jameis goes there?
I feel like the Saints should keep Jameis, but I stay out of these things. I got a quarterback, so I'm good.
Who wants to go to a team that's got a quarterback-friendly coach because he's a quarterback coach who coaches everybody up? Who wants to go to the team where that's got Jonathan Taylor and it's got Darius Leonard and it's got it all working? Yeah, and a fan base that goes nuts for the team. Great stadium, neat town.
If you win, they love you.
Yeah. Oh, forever. They built statues.
Oh, you're a god.
I think you understated how having Jonathan Taylor, Rich, he's really, 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 really good.
So,
I mean, what do you think, Chris? Because you and I, it seems like every year we get into this Colts thing, and I think you and I think the last 3 years are like, this Colts team is low key pretty good, right?
The Colts are good. You know, you think if they had, I don't know, just like I said, the stats paint a brighter picture of Wentz than if you actually watched him play.
Yeah.
And I know you watched a lot of Colts games just fantasy wise.
Yeah.
But they are that guy away.
There's some talent there, bro.
Being a contender, winning the division, and kind of making some noise in the playoffs. And you know, where do they go now? I don't know. I don't think it's in the draft. They're going to have to take a swing at one of these guys who are going to be available.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.